Hello team, welcome to, what should I name this series? Naomi's Dissections. It's a good name because my plan is to talk and then also dissect. But you see, dissecting like a topic. I'll take my round of applause now. So I already took 2 screws out of this camera, so I guess I'm cheating. But it's a really old Digicam. I don't have the battery for it, and I don't think it works anyway. So I think this is a good project. It's a nice thing to just open up and see. First of all, if I can open it up, there's a good chance I'm going to have to Google how to open this exact model of, camera, because I'm going to forget where the screw goes, but it's a learning process. I think I need a bigger screw for this. I remember seeing this video of this person who, maybe I don't, okay. I remember seeing this video of this person who was, sorry. I see these videos of people who are like, here's how you get a screw out if you don't have a screw bit for it. And they just drill into it. So it's actually impossible to ever get out in the future. And I think I might have just done that to this screw. So let's all have a moment of silence and get the electric drill out. Now, today I was going to talk about Life is Strange. And that's a video game series. Several. There's one. There's I've played 2 of them, I think. 2? Maybe? How do I get this freaking screw out? I want to show you guys so you understand. It's that one there. But the problem is I think I've scratched it up a lot trying to get it undone, which means that now... See, I didn't even attach this to the... Okay, but what I was talking about, Life is Strange. So I'm going to explain a bit about the plot to you guys. Not enough to be spoilers, just enough to pique your interests. Now, this story follows a girl called Max Caulfield. And Max Caulfield goes to this school and she does like photography and things. But one day, one day, she has this premonition of a tornado. And then also she wakes up and she's having like the craziest deja vu ever because she just had a dream with the exact things that were happening. And then she realizes she can rewind time. Ooh, wait, maybe I unplugged. Okay, guys, I think I can unscrew this. But she realizes she can reverse time. She can rewind time and swap. And change timelines, So if she sees something, she says something. Bystander effect. Wow. Anyways, the game's really good. I played it maybe 2 years ago for the first time. It's got 2 different endings. I won't say anything more because, spoilers, and you guys should actually play it. But I think the graphics are incredible. They've got good song choice as well, which is something a lot of people don't, care about that much in movies, which is, not in movies, in video games, which is fair enough. But it's look, I still had the, look. Wow. I wonder when this is from, how old it is. 2016? Okay. I was gonna say that's pretty recent, but then you actually think about it and you're like, hold on, that was ages ago. But it doesn't feel like that long ago. Anyways, so she's at this school and there's a lot of odd things happening and she has the power to rewind time and change the course of the future. Wow, do I sound like an advertisement right now? Like a trailer? Follow along. Wait, how do I do the voice? Follow along as Max Caulfield navigates the... Did that sound like an advertisement? I'd say go watch the trailer. But I will also talk about the sequel. Because there's Life is Strange 2. Which is arguably better than the first game. I mean, depending on who you ask. But I know one of my friends, Thais, has played both. And she says I can get everything except for this one screw. Why can't I get this one screw out? I've been trying for a while, which I guess just means you'll have to listen to more of me talking. Chances are it's going to take me 3 hours to get this open. So maybe that'll be a standard for the length of episodes in the series. Episodes. But yeah, I think I might have just like really drilled this thing to death. But you know, maybe I just need to connect this to, they've got this thing. It's like a spinny one. But you know, we'll see how we go, I guess. I like those screwdrivers that like when you turn and you go back, it like turns with you, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't lose your progress. Like I love when they do that. This, unfortunately, is not one of those. Bit fancy for those. I think Linus Tech Tips, I think his ones do that. So maybe I should get one of those. Or just I think a lot of the ones at like Bunnings do it. So I should probably get one of those. I've got a bit of a shopping list though, because I also need to get a soldering iron, because I don't actually have a soldering iron. God knows how I've made it this far. Truly a survivor. But this damn screw. Do you reckon there's a way for me to get around this? You know, if I just pry things apart for a while, then something might come undone, right? That's the best strategy, I would say, is just pry things apart and see what happens. I'm thinking about it, and I don't actually need, like, this camera is no use, let's be honest. It has no charger. It's already so old and useless in the first place. Like, it's not really a loss, to be honest. So it's like, if I do break it, it doesn't matter. It's e-waste already, which I think is, I'm really keen on getting people to, when they get e-waste, find some random kid in their neighborhood and tell that kid to take it apart and try to do something with it and then throw it out for, you know, like, well, don't throw it out. There's like, I know there's weird things you have to do for e-waste, but like, I think it's good to get something random like that. Oh, my posture, hold on. To get something random like that and just have a go with it and see what happens. It's like this video I saw of this, oh my gosh, wait, oh, okay. Making some progress on these minor screws that don't actually really matter for the structure as a whole, but it gives me a sense of satisfaction, and that's what matters. So, okay, wow, these are some tiny screws, by the way. They are absolutely like, it's really cute though. Oh, look at that. I got this part off, like from the battery cover. That's so fun. I like that. And it goes all the way back in, and it let go of this little piece as it went. Oh, here. I was wondering actually, like if I got all the parts for something. Okay. Let me start with, if I got all the parts for a pen, I would be able to put it back together. Because I could be like, okay, yeah, obviously this does this. Right? But if I got all the pieces for a car, I would not be able to put it back together. So where's the middle point? What is the item that I could, like possibly, not possibly, the biggest or most difficult item that I could still realistically put back together within a certain time frame. By the way, whoever decided that screwdrivers should have magnetic tips was really onto something. That was a good choice. Oh wait, we're making some progress. Okay. See, I've got this much open. This is my progress, guys. What do you think? Impressive. For 8 minutes it took me to do that. That's a bit sad. But, you know, it's okay. It's not about the end destination. It's about the journey. And that's when you start clapping. Yep, I'm actually imagining a standing ovation right now for that. How do I get this? Okay. Team, we're in a difficult situation now. Ooh, wait, I can kind of see inside. Wait, look, guys. Okay, maybe I need a better light source. But, like, I can kind of see inside, and I could just open it right now, but it would probably break the plastic casing. That said, let's do it. Anyway. Ooh. Oh, okay, team. Massive progress being made on something. Do you see that? It's falling apart in a good way. In the way I intended. This part's really tough though. I can't get this part. Oh, it's because it's connected to the screw. Goddamn screw. Okay. Steps. What if I super glue something on? So that I super glue the screw bit, and then what What if I super glue a drill bit to it? It would either make things a lot better or so much worse. Yeah, this is so annoying because you see, I got this screw out and it's got a little, I don't know if you can see, like a thing that goes inside to like catch this. But I can't get it off this side because the screw has been whittled down by my own ignorance and mistakes. But that's okay. I think the solution, as always, is to just keep whittling it down with as much ignorance and as many mistakes as is possible. Or alternatively to break the plastic. That could just be the answer. And in this challenge, I think the solution is brute force and ignorance. So let's give it a go. There we go. It's open now. What does it say on it? 38. Wait, let me give you guys the tour. Firstly, the case that's a bit boring. Wow, plastic. Who would have thought? And then here, it's looking a bit like, I like this actually. I think it would be fun to, because like, I mean, obviously I don't really need any of this. So it would be fun to just use it like this, to have a real brutalistic technology looking looking camera, if that makes sense. I saw this person who took a camera and basically took all the components out of it and just like attached it to a rock and like drilled a hole in a rock for the lens or whatever and just used the rock as a camera. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. That's pretty cool. So I think that's an interesting aesthetic choice and one that I should try making. Now I see another screw, so let's get this done. If you have a look here, can you see anything more? Wow, it looks pretty cool. I like this thing though. It's quite a good fidget toy. But yes, imagine. Flash. It could be fun to get another charger for this. But I swear the battery's dead anyways. And this thing is so old that I would be... Okay, actually it was 2016. It's not that old. I'm being a little bit dramatic. 2016 is surprisingly long ago though. That's what I was thinking about. Like, it feels like not that long ago, but it's, you know, it's 2025, you know, so that's something. What was I going to talk about? My hand right now feels like electricity. I know that's stupid, but I wonder why. You know, like I feel like it's got to be some odd placebo effect. One time I went to this computing course, and when I was there, we were like taking apart an old computer, which is always fun. Done that a few times. I've got a few dead corpses of old computers in my room. But we were taking apart a computer, and where's the next? I'm just figuring out the next step in what to take apart. But oh, okay. Anyways, but is it really just that next? The whole, okay. Anyways, but we were taking apart a computer, and at the start, the guy was like, okay, attach these electricity things to a piece of metal and then to you, and then wear this like bracelet or something. And I was like, I don't know what marketing, is this like a weird multi-level marketing thing, or is this an actual scientific thing whatsoever, you know? And I honestly had no idea, and I still don't. But that was interesting, wasn't it? Unique course. Okay, another screw out. The screws are getting so small at this point, it's hard to even see them. But that's okay. Lots of fun that way. Okay, here we go. Making some leeway. Ooh. Okay, look guys, we got this like that. Can you see? Yay! A few tiny screws. It would be so easy to lose those. It's funny because after I take something apart or like try to fix something in it or clean it or something, I often, there's either I come back with extra screws or not enough. Not enough makes sense. You know, I lost a few under the bed or something. But I find it quite interesting when I have extra screws, because it means that there are so many different parts that I just forgot needed screws, you know? So I'll have a lot of empty like holes without anything keeping it together. What do I do next, guys? Drop it in the comments so I can see it in a timely manner and then adjust in the past. Okay, I'm trying to wonder, like, okay, when I'm taking something apart just for fun, I always think to myself, like, how much of it is engineered to be like hard to take apart versus how much just like how stupid am I? Because there's a good chance this is actually incredibly intuitive. Like there's a good chance that everything here has been made to be easily taken apart by repairsmen and that kind of thing. But that said, I do always find it kind of like, oh, they're not always putting it in the easiest way, or they're putting it in a way that, like, you can tell, okay, with the Nintendo Wii, you have to take off these stickers in order to, like, how do I say this? Like, in order to get some of the screws, you have to literally take off stickers, like, hiding them. And so, you know what, I'm just gonna brute force this. I'm getting a bit bored. Ready? My muscles. Oh. Okay. It's like a third out. Good for it. Oh. Here we go, guys. Progress. Kind of. It's actually less nice progress than I thought it would be. I thought it would be way more satisfying than that. But that's okay. Got rid of the front casing. Ooh, these are nice buttons. Look though. It's like, I like it because it's one of these ones, you know, that you press it. But if you look, I wonder if you can see it move. Like you can... Wait, look. Okay, you cannot see it move. Okay, but it looks like if you press on it, you can actually see some movement, like it's breathing, if that makes sense. Oh, cool fact. You know Coraline? In the movie Coraline, when they were animating it, guys, I learned this off an Instagram reel. I'm repeating it as though it's some very cool fact, I know. This is a nice screen, though. Wonder if I can repurpose. But, in Coraline... Oh, he's a screw. In Coraline, the way that they did the costume design... Oh, funny, it's the screw I couldn't get undone at the start. Oh, wow, old friends meet again, reunite through the fight. Whoa, are these bars right now? Okay, let's take this off. Ha! Look, guys, we're making some good progress on this. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws or something like that. And so far, only one broken component. That's better than I expected. I think that's a win right now. There was a screw in here. What is the... Oh, this is cool. Oh, so it's like... And then this... Oh, okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted. But, do you remember how this was supposed to be about Life is Strange? The video game? Do you remember that? 10 minutes ago, it was about that. And now... there are bigger fish to fry. So, okay, looking at this, guys. I don't know if you can tell. This is the screen. Here's where the buttons used to be. It's cute. You can see the little imprints. It's pretty cute. Wow. Where it responds to. Oh, it's nice. You can still hear the noise. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. You can probably hear birds outside my window. Birds love to sing outside my window. Birds love my window. I've seen one fly straight into it. I've seen several fly straight into it. Sometimes they fly into it and... Ooh, what's this? Sometimes when they fly into it, the window's open. So they actually make it inside. Which, you know what? Good for them. I actually respect it. Okay, I think this is going to be another brute force moment. Let's see how I go with some tweezers. Because it's sort of got some metal casing it in. But back to what I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of options for what I was talking about earlier. But the one I was actually going to say at that point in time was about Life is Strange 2. So in that game, what happens is it's a completely different character, which is interesting because, you know, 2, you'd expect some things, you know? You'd expect it to have at least a couple similar, the same, identical characters. But no. They flip the script. And, oh, okay, nice. Oh, I got this mostly off. And what happens is it's like a completely new setting. But it kind of reminds me of what Scream did. Because in Scream, in all the posters and stuff, I learned this in media class, by the way. I did not realize this until my media teacher was like, guys, listen to this. But actually, they advertised it with the main girl, whatever, I forgot her name, but the main girl was barely in any marketing. Instead, it was the big famous A-list celebrity in all the marketing, which was interesting because then she dies about 10 minutes in, and it's like, hold on, I thought she was, you know, slightly essential to the plot. I thought she was kind of the main character. Main characters tend to survive a bit longer than that. Okay, here's where we're up to. I really just want to take this screen. I think it looks kind of cool. But things are kind of difficult now because everything's going to be actually connected. But I think we'll find a way around. Now, Life is Strange 2, additionally, has the, wow, I'm saying this like a reading response. Do you guys ever do reading responses? They're like, we had to do them a lot in years, honestly, every year. But basically how do I take the screen off? They've very carefully protected it in, you know? But that, or I'm just stupid, like I was saying earlier. Oh, here we go. Making some progress. But let's not break it. It would be kind of sad if I broke it on the way out. But let's just bend metal with my bare hands instead. So in Scream, they had the different person in the marketing, right? Which meant they got the audience or something. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about a different one. But there's some movies where they'll have like, oh, we've got the same actress as the first one, but the actress will be there for about 10 seconds before they leave, you know? But it gets the audience back, but... Oh, did I break it? I don't think so. Okay, I'm trying to get, if you guys can see, the screen has this little thing. Oh, look, wait, you can see mirrors. That's me. That's my phone. Hello. So, I'm trying to get it out, but it's a bit difficult now because no one's really meant to, do you know what I mean? It's not really designed for this. But to be fair, it's not going to work after this anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I mess it all up. I would just rather have a couple potentially salvageable components if I can, so I'd rather be careful. But to be fair, it's just a lot of fun, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. Would have been in landfill otherwise, and it's probably still will be in landfill. But I think you understand what I mean. I'll try to repurpose anything I can because that's a lot of fun, and I think it feels nice to put that effort in to do something like I love when someone asks me where something's from and I can genuinely say it's from, like, I got it secondhand. It feels really nice because it's like, oh, you see, it's not only is it like, yay, I'm participating in a sustainable, nice thing, but also it's not bad, you know, like it's actually cool. I kind of forgot what I was talking about halfway through that. Life is Strange 2 follows two brothers who see their father murdered by a police officer and like go on the run together. And instead of the main character having powers, like in the first game, oh, here's one. Like in the perfect. Like in the first game, they actually have the brother, the little brother, the 8-year-old brother, have powers, which is really difficult because, okay, 8-year-olds are already very difficult people, right? I mean, I love kids; they're very sweet, but it's like I worked at a childcare place for a little bit, and oh my god, that place is like it's a lot, right? So imagine having an 8-year-old kid who's just gone through a crazy traumatic event, and by the way, at the start of the game, he doesn't even know like what happened. Because he doesn't even know he has powers until partway through. That's not spoilers, because this happens very early. I will not say what happens since then. There's some games where it's like, if I start describing things, it'll sound like I'm saying spoilers, but it'll only be the first, like, 3 minutes of action. Do you know what I mean? That's like Detroit Become Human. If I start describing the plot of Detroit Become Human, it'll sound like I'm spoiling everything. But actually, I'm not. But it just sounds like it. If that makes sense. Okay, we've made some progress. It's in an interesting status. Status, that's a good word. I like the word status. Now, from here, in a bit of a difficult situation. I need to get this screen out. I guess it would actually be easiest to... Oh. Would it be? Well, you know what would be easiest, actually, is to just go and smash it all up. And then just, like, figure out what to do with what's left. Question mark. But for now, I will try not to do that. Although there are some times where it's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to break it or make a breakthrough. If that makes sense. Like, I have had a lot of those occasions where it's like, either this is going to be terrible because it's taking a bit more pressure to do this than I thought it would. But also, guys, how cool would this be as a camera that's just like half exposed, you know, like it's been through it. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Like if it was made in a health and safety approved way. But I wonder how you would do that, actually. Like, if you could have exposed, like, but then you have the actual wiring inside even smaller. So it would just be a really tiny camera when you come down to it, but with bigger packaging. I think we should try it. Sounds a bit fun. Oh, I hate when I see screws done from the other side. How am I meant to... well... Okay, I'll pause and come back to you in a short amount of time when I've made more progress. 1 second. Hello. Progress has been made. So first it looked like this kind of, and then I sort of peeled this part off, and now it's like this. And then I realized that I could actually take the screen off, which unfortunately I just put it back in place. But hold on, here. And so now, wow, progress is being made, eh? I still think this would be an awesome design for a camera, just aesthetically speaking. A bit difficult to orchestrate, maybe, but incredibly cool. There's a few screws I can't really get. I have these screwdrivers, but I think some of them I genuinely need, like, a microscopic. I need, like, my precision screwdrivers are still probably too big. I'll have a look at how big they actually are. They should have numbers somewhere. But I don't know. I'm doing lifty-loosey, righty-tighty. I worked on some other things, so hopefully it's not too hard. But maybe I'll have to get some really, really crazy small. I do know that people get crazy small precision screwdrivers for like cameras and things. But mostly I'm just interested. Oh, there's like 20 billion. Sorry, my posture needs some work right now. But 20 billion screens right now. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can unplug this actually. Ooh, I feel like I'll rip it. Ooh, look at that, guys. Wait, I'm gonna give you some close-ups. Can you like see that, or is that kind of hard to view? What was I talking about before? I was talking about Life is Strange 2. I think that bandwagon has kind of ended though. I sort of got distracted and gave up on it. I want to see if I can get this lens out though. I'm quite curious about it. Okay, 1 sec. What? How do I press this pause? A wise man once said that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. I have identified its weakest link and I have eliminated it, I think. Wait, did I? Hold on. I found some wire cutters. Because basically, yeah, I did. What happened was, I didn't have screwdrivers small enough to get into these tiny, tiny, tiny little holes. And the problem is that the screen, which I want, is connected to this. Is it still a motherboard? What do you call it? Anyways, it's connected to this board, which is connected to some controls, but we can ignore those. But it's also connected to this plastic on the outside, but the plastic is connected to the motherboard. So I needed screws to get taken out that I couldn't unscrew. And so I thought to myself, well, as I honestly don't know who says that quote, but I thought, why not break the metal? And so I have just broken one piece of metal and I will have to break another. But I think it was ultimately worth it. Because now, oh wait, I still have to break one more. Man, I was this close. Okay, I just dropped like 3 screwdrivers. Now, what was I talking about before this? This is, what a pain, what a pain. It was quite an arm workout, actually, trying to break this. But I think it'll work. I just have to go back and forth a ton. I heard something break, which is probably a good sign, I think. Okay, Life is Strange 2. Let's discuss that. It's a really good game. What I found awkward about it, though, was just that it made modern references, kind of. I say modern, it was like 2016 references, but like, it mentioned Minecraft and things. And I was like, in my mind, Minecraft is like, that's real world. And then video games are fake world. So when, good progress being made, good progress. And now I just need to break one more thing. But you know what, that's progress. Okay, great, look. Do you reckon this can take a photo now? Oh, I'm really happy about that. Breaking the weakest link really did work. It is, of course, an odd mishmash of screws I couldn't unscrew in the plastic that was connected to them. But I think that's pretty good, actually. I kind of want to split this into two. But yeah, I would only have to break one small little thing, which isn't even electrical. I don't like breaking electrical things, but I'm happy to break metal because, like, you know, it's metal. Like, whatever. Let's see if I can put some muscle in, see if I can get this done. They're a bit bulky, the wire cutters. Wait. Trust. I need to, like, hit it against the table or something. If I do this, it's like CPR, kind of. I feel like I'm gonna get a dent in my table from this. Well, what worked best the last time wasn't actually applying that much pressure. It was like, well, maybe I'll do it here, actually. It was just, like, twisting it back and forth so much, you know? Because then it, like, forgot where it came from. Is that how it works? I honestly do not know. Anyway, Life is Strange 2 follows Sean and Daniel Diaz. Yeah, what I found really interesting about it, though, is the way that they incorporated the first game, which I know is annoying, because it would be kind of like I should appreciate it as its own game, because it is its own game, and it's not really about Life is Strange. It's about some really cool, well, really interesting issues, but they've got, like, a couple references to the first game. And I wonder how successful that is compared to, like, releasing it as a standalone game. Because technically the only thing it had in common was they had superpowers, sort of. That was the only thing that it really had. And they were both in America. And there were occasionally references to the old setting. And there's technically one character, but, like, it doesn't matter if you've played the old game. It's like, they're not that big of a character either. So it's like, you know? But it's interesting, because if they had just released it as Wolf Brothers or something like that, it would not have gotten nearly as many plays. And that's the thing that kind of sucks. Like, I feel like if you made one really good movie, and then suddenly everyone was like, oh, when are you going to make part 2 of that movie? And you're like, oh, yep, thank you for liking that movie, but I kind of want you guys to look at this. And they're like, no, give me that movie. That would be quite frustrating. Right? That's what I think. Guys, okay, I need to break this little chain. And I think enough brute force and my very, very ignorant self can maybe get through it. No guarantees. But I'm just gonna think of an interesting story to tell you guys. My dog recognizes the noise that my mother makes when she sounds... Why did I say mother like that? Like, I love my mother. He recognizes the noise that my mother makes when she comes home, like her car. And so now, I went on a walk with him and my brother, and a car drove past that was the same model of car that my mother drives. Not the same car, but the same model of car. And my dog recognizes the noise because he, like, remembers when she gets home. And he heard the noise, stopped mid-walk. My dog loves walks as well. Like, he's very active for a little tiny, you know, Bichon Frise. Freeze? How do you say it? Freeze? Oh, I did something. Anyway, for a little Bichon Frise thing. But I think I'll just twist it a ton and see what happens. Oh, that worked, I think. Mostly, kind of. Oh, here we go. 2 pieces. I'm really proud of that. That's really good. And then I can kind of have this little independent screen section. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I think this part I'm gonna declare like dissected, because I've got the screen, I've got all this. There's like 2 screws I could take apart, but honestly it's just attaching it to the casing. This is the whole thing. So if you ignore this plastic thing, it's just I got it down to here, and I see no point in unplugging anything. So that is fully dissected. The only thing left is this beast. And to be honest, the chances of me dissecting this are not looking great without a smaller screwdriver. Yeah, well, you know the problem is, with these screwdrivers, I already find it a little bit hard to look at this and be like, is that Phillips head, or is that flathead, or that kind of thing. So I feel like if I get even smaller than those, it's going to be such a challenge. But, yeah, you know what? I think this has been a very interesting dissection, and I think I understand more about how cameras work. Well, do I? I think so. The goal is just to have a bit of fun, to, you know, maybe get a couple pieces and have something to do while I talk about nothing. The theme of this was supposed to be life is strange. I feel like I talked about it for about 3 minutes, but you know, 3 minutes is 3 minutes. So that's a win in my book. Maybe I'll do an update of whether or not I get this open, but the chances of me getting this open, I'm not sure I can exactly wire cut in between here, so a little bit screwed. But yes, that is the camera taken apart, dissected. Naomi dissects. Okay, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Okay, bye.